Good day, my name is Mark Mellor. I'm an attorney here in Riverside, California. I've got a number of clients facing financial difficulties, whether that's foreclosure, short sale, loan modification on their home, whether they're facing construction litigation or business litigation issues. So I want to take a brief moment and talk to you about some of the distinctions in filing bankruptcy between a Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. So let's get started. The first distinction that I think needs to be made between a Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 filing is that in a Chapter 7 filing, it's a discharge of all your debt, whereas a Chapter 13 filing is a repayment of your debt. Whether that's 10 cents on the dollar, 90 cents on the dollar, it really depends on the amount of creditors you have, the ability to repay the debt portion over a period of time, and the amount of income you have coming in. The second distinction that I think needs to be made between the two, 7 and 13, is that in a 7 filing, it can be completed within 90 to 120 days, meaning the debt is discharged of your creditors within that period of time. A Chapter 13 filing, however, because it's a repayment program, takes 3 to 5 years period to discharge the remaining debt that you have with your creditors. So it's a much longer process. I think the third distinction that needs to be made is that there's an income qualification for the filing of a Chapter 7, unlike Chapter 13. In a Chapter 7, you're unable to qualify for filing a Chapter 7 if your income falls above California median income. If it does, then Chapter 7 is unavailable for you, and your only option is to file a Chapter 13 to discharge your debt liability. And then finally, I think it's important to note that in a Chapter 7 versus a Chapter 13 filing, some people facing the, especially here in the Inland Empire, in Perris and so forth, are facing homes that are 50% underwater, where the value of the home has gone below the value of the encumbrance on their home. In many cases, that includes a second. If that's your particular situation, you've heard through the internet or otherwise from other folks that you can do something called lien stripping through a bankruptcy procedure. That is true, as long as you qualify. The problem is that you can't do a lien stripping procedure in a Chapter 7. So don't be fooled by those folks that tell you you can. I've had a number of clients come into my office telling me that. Chapter bankruptcy filing for a lien stripping procedure can only occur in a Chapter 13 filing. So if you want to do lien stripping, and that's the purpose for filing bankruptcy, the Chapter 13 is a process you need to go through. If you have any other questions or would like some additional assistance in looking over your situation, feel free to call my office and set up an appointment for a free consultation.